Hey everybody, what do? Bring you guys a new P/Daisy tutorial tech video, the first one of the new decade, the new year 2020. Alright, we out here, like, this is real. This video I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly practice ground float nairs so you having trouble with those, and float cancel fast falls, okay? Show you guys how to do that, and then afterwards I'm gonna get to some more detailed application on the moves, how to properly do it and be as safe as possible. Because if you do this right, you're gonna be -2 on shield. -2, that's a hard window to punish, okay? For those that are discouraged about frames, -2 basically means anything that's negative, the opponent can move for you. If you have something that's positive, you can move for your opponent, and if it's 0, both you and your opponent can move at the exact same time. Just use frames as speed, alright? So for instance, if I do something and I'm -2 on shield, that basically means my opponent has to do something that is 2 frames. At least 2 frames for them to get the punish. If they don't have anything faster than 2 frames, they can't punish me, right? So that's basically what it is. Just look at it as speed. That's it. See, the frames are not as discouraging as you might think. So yes, let's get right into it. So we're gonna talk about ground float nairs, how to practice those, and then ground float cancel fast fall nairs, and then we're gonna get into applications of it so you can be as safe as possible. Alright. Let's go with the nair. Real quick, we're just gonna do a little review for those that are probably watching this video for the first time or are having trouble with ground float nairs and want to find a way to practice. Whatever the case is, quick review. Alright, how to float, hold down, jump. That's how you're floating. Boom, easy, right? Simple. Now how to carry your float momentum. Run, and then hold, just float while running. Alright, I'm still holding down, I'm not holding forward. And your momentum carries. So you're trying to ground float in there and you're getting this, that means you're holding forward while hitting A. You don't have to hold forward, just hold down, and that's it. The moment I float, I'm letting go of the stick. Look at that. Alright, your momentum carries. Alright. And if you're getting this, while trying to do a nair, that means you're holding down for too long. You gotta float and then let go of down. Alright? And again, just practice doing slow. Alright? You don't gotta do it fast. And you can step up your speed after a while, and then you should be able to get it like this. If you jump like this, the way I'm getting that, I'm doing it way too fast. Okay? And if you get this, that means I am jumping and then letting go too fast, and then hitting A. So you get that. And if you do it right, you should be getting this. And if you really want to challenge yourself, practice it doing from left to the right, as fast as you can. Okay. That's it. Right, just slow it down. Also, if you want to get used to ground floating and then landing quickly, just practice doing this. Okay. Should be able to do that fast. And then practice doing from left to the right. Okay. You can do a few distances like this, just to get the muscle memory down. So that way you can practice ground floating while moving. And then you should be able to do it like this. Okay. Now doing this for a while, your hand might feel a bit strained or whatever. So if it does, take a break, just practice, you know, just, I guess, combos or whatever, right? Don't overwork your left hand, and even your right one too. Alright, so there you go. So that's how you get down to ground float nairs, right? Get used to that. Then afterwards, just practice hitting the CPU from different angles, different distances. So if I'm over here and I want to hit the CPU, okay, not from here, from here, from here, alright? practice doing that from different distances, and then lastly, practice this from repetition, just hitting the CPU. Oh, I forgot to mention. What you want to do is put fixed damage on, okay? Fixed damage on, so that way the CPU doesn't move. They don't go as far. And you can easily just practice this. Okay. See, I got this. You saw a flare come out. That means I am holding forward. The timing is a bit different than just doing it like this, because when you hit something, there's hit lag, so you don't touch the ground right away in comparison to this, right? Where you can just do nair and then land. Alright, so when you hit something, you gotta time it. Right? Don't do it as fast if you want to go for another string of nair, especially if you hit somebody and they hit the floor and they don't tech, you can get another one. So it's a good way to practice it. Or if you hit somebody and they see you coming at them again, they'll probably shield, hit, shield. Alright? See, I'm getting bare because I'm doing it too fast. And I got nair because I'm holding down for too long. And I got fair because I'm holding forward. Okay? So yeah, just practice doing that. Alright? There you go, that's basically how you practice the ground float nairs. Now let's get into the fast fall, float cancel fast fall nairs, okay? The way you want to practice is float out whatever height you want, okay? Start here, alright, well, whatever height. Now, what you want to do is, you want to let go of float, right? Let go of float, hit the A button when you let go of float. Just hit A, right? That's it. Do that. The moment you hit A, hit down on the stick. Okay? And that's a fast fall now. Alright. Once you get used to this, basically you want to float at whatever height. The moment you start floating, quickly let go of float and then hit A plus down. So you get that. Alright? So think of it as a ground float nair, except you're gonna be a bit higher and you gotta let go of float. The moment you start floating, let go, hit A and down. Alright? And don't worry about hitting forward too much because your float momentum carries. As it does on the ground, it does on the air. Like see, I float, let go, I'm still going forward, right? So all I gotta do is hold down. And as you can see, I'm gonna float, let go, and then just fast fall. See, the momentum carries. So now just practice hitting the CPU again at certain distances. Okay, something like that. Okay, that was actually it right there. Alright, sometimes you see when I do it, it looks faster than the previous ones because I'm actually floating a bit too long. And the one that I just did right there, that was actually pretty good. So yeah, that basically just practice doing that. Again, you can practice it in place. Again, if you're doing it too fast, what I'm doing is I'm actually holding down and then A. Or I'm pressing at the same time, and I kind of get a there, right? So it's all about, because I'm like still holding down while letting go of jump, and then hitting A. So if you get stuff like this, that's basically what's happening. So again, just do it slow. Practice hitting, letting go of float, A, and then down. Okay. Okay. See. practice, do that. And try to make it to a point where you don't get as many dares as you saw me getting there. And again, just really want to challenge yourself. Just practice doing it from the left to the right, alright? Just all about repetition. Practice doing it without hitting CPU, and then practice doing it while hitting CPU. And then if you really want to get it down, try to hit the CPU over and over with the ground float nairs. Okay, something like that, repetition. Now, I don't personally do this a lot, which is why you see they're pretty sloppy. And this is a part of the video where we're gonna get into that, so I can show you guys how to be safe, as well as some knowledge that you guys probably didn't know about, which I didn't, and I learned this a few weeks ago when I was doing ground float nairs and my opponent's still punishing me, and I'm like, wait, how? Why am I getting punished? -2 on shield. So when I don't understand something's going wrong, I like to hit the training mode, go on the internet, and there's a website that has all the characters' training data. I look at that, I play with numbers, and I'm like, oh, so that's why, okay? So this is gonna be this portion of the video. Now, for those that don't know, if you float and you do an aerial, you can't move. Now you're stuck in a certain spot for a while. So we're gonna use, just to show you, we are going to go, where is it? Here. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do a nair. Then after I do the nair, I'm gonna let go of jump. Okay, I did the nair. I'm not holding the jump button. Now I'm just gonna tap R. Look how Daisy's still in place. Still there, still there, still there. She ain't moved. Now she's dropping. Okay, now she's starting to drop. So when you do an attack, if you float to an attack and then the next frame you let go of jump, you're still gonna be there. Okay. Now this could be said. It's also the same thing when you hit an opponent, because again the hit lag. Though I don't really think that the hit lag is the same or make it actually longer. I think once the hit lag is done, you're gonna fall regardless. So even if you float and you do an area, you let go of jump, it doesn't matter because you're still stuck there. But just to show you what it looks like. Okay, now I'm gonna let go of jump. Okay. Hit the opponent, still there. Okay, she's still in the air, because now she's moving. Still in the air. Okay, I think now she's falling. There you go. That animation, that's when she touches the floor. Okay, she's on the floor now. You can tell because you can see the dust under her. Alright. So, when doing ground float nairs, I usually do these instead of this at times because I cover 2 out of 3 options, which are my favorite. 1, if the opponent's approaching me and I beat them to the punch, let's say, okay, DK's at 25, I'm at 20. If DK was to try to dash attack me or grab me, he'll probably do it here. Okay? Now, if I beat him to the punch, if I do my attack, he's gonna move into his. He's gonna move into mine. Because my hitbox is already out, and his hitbox is just about to start. So he's moving to an active hitbox, okay? So if I approach like this, if I think my opponent's gonna come at me, depending on character, I'll either hit them, or if they're running shielding, shield. If I do it right, I'm safe, okay? Worst case scenario, I get hit. I hit them before they hit me. So, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Alright. For certain characters, a character that's fast, you gotta be careful. But other than that, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Alright, just be careful with fast characters and remember that the range of this move You don't like it? Alright, so just be careful with that. So, because of that knowledge, I'm like, okay, well, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. But sometimes I hit people on shield, and then I end up getting punished or whatever. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why am I getting punished? So I looked at the frame data, and then I did this little visual in training, or what you just saw there where I slowed down time. And even though ground float nair is -2, I am not hitting the ground fast enough. So it kind of makes it, I think the worst that I got was -10. I think -10 is what I got. -5 to negative something like that. But either way, doing ground float nairs like that, I'm not as safe. So basically, what I have to do, if I was to do a ground float nair, is I have to do a nair and then let go and then quickly land. If I do it right, let me slow this down. Okay, see, even at normal speed is a bit tricky. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna let go, and now I'm going to nair. See, now I hit DK. He's hit. And then, now if I do this right, I should be able to get a 2-hit combo. Now I'm gonna be mashing A. He's still in hits, man. See, that's when the jab is coming out. See my jab? It's coming out now. He's still in his stun. Frame 1, jab is frame 2. So on frame 2, oh, I'm not close enough. But if you do it close enough, it'll hit DK. He's still in his stun, as you can see. Alright. Now this right here, I know because of I did the visualization. That is -3. If I did it like that on shield, because if you let go the first frame, okay, frame 2, that's when I did the nair, so it'll be -3. On frame 3 is when I have to do my nair, like right about here. That's the latest you can do a nair to be safe. You'll be able to hit the opponent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now you'll be able to touch the ground. I might be able to get a down tilt out of this, actually. Let's practice that. Should be able to get a down tilt. You can see here, might be able to hit him out of his stun. Okay, see, now my down tilt is coming out. Still in hit stun. Yep. And you can see on the combo counter, it's 2 hits. Okay. So if you do the ground float nair, I have to. To get the best result, you have to do it. You got to do a ground float nair on frame 3 after you let go float. Okay. Now that timing could be tricky. On frame 3. Now that is hard. Okay, that is hard. So for that, this is where this comes in. All right. Because if you know where your opponent's gonna be, you can do a ground float nair as an approach. And if you hit the opponent, great. You get a follow up. Alright, depending on percent, you get a follow up. And you do it right. Okay, and if they block it, you're most likely gonna be safe. Because you're doing a nair and you're touching the ground. Alright, you're not stuck there as you saw that you like I was when doing the floating stuff. You're not pretty much there. You're not giving your opponent more time to either punish you or get away. So now I'm gonna be doing this a lot. I've seen like other people do it, like I think Samsor does it. I think I've seen Mickey do it a few times. But the reason I didn't do that is because, again, with the ground flow, you cover 2 out of 3 options, which are in your favor. They hit that, boom. They block that, you're safe. Worst case scenario, you know, I get hit because the range, and you know, most likely to a fast character, or the character has no range in me. All right. So I'm like, okay, there's no need for that. But if I'm going to pressure someone, ground float nair should really be replaced with the fast one. Okay, you know, I suck at doing this right now, but you get the idea. It should really be replaced with that. I think the only time where you really want to ground float nair and be safe is if you're not intentionally trying to hit the opponent somewhat, and you got a turnip in your hand. You do a nair, space it, so the opponent really can't try to punch you out of shield, like really can't grab you. And then they try to do anything like drop the shield to an attack or whatever, you know, you got turn up. Or do this, where if you want to apply some ground pressure with a turn up in your hand, you know, something like that, okay? And I think that's basically it, right? So they both have their uses. I'm gonna admit I was a bit naive. That's why you really don't see me doing flow cancel fast flow nairs, because I'm like, okay, ground flow nair could probably just cover all of that and I'll be a bit safer. But again, they both have their uses situation. If I'm trying to apply pressure and I'm gonna turn up in my hand and I'm doing the ground float nairs, I have to time it where I let go of float, and then on frame 3, I do a nair. Anything slower than that, the nair's not gonna come out, and that's a tight window. And at least with ground float, you can it's a bit easier because you're falling with a nair, right? Then you hit the shield, you hit your opponent. You hit your opponent with that, you get a free follow up. If I hit my opponent with a ground float nair like this, I don't get a follow up. If I do the way I usually do it, I'm not gonna get a follow up. I don't even think I can jab. Oh, well, at low percent, you can get a jab. Jab enough. Because jab is fast. But I'm not gonna get it down to. I have to do it the way I showcased it in slow mo for me to get it down to. Right? And ground float nair, it's harder. Flow cancel fast flow nair, it's a bit easier to do. So there you go. That is the explanation of all of that, as well as how to effectively practice both. If you guys have any questions, comments, whatever, leave them in the description below. If I for some reason mess up somewhere where I got frame data wrong or execute whatever, yo, dude, feel free to tell me in the comments. Let me know, because you know people mess up, right? But I'm pretty sure all this I got down. I had to look at some stuff, all that. I remember back then I was getting a bit of flack for explaining how to do the ground float nair. People saying I wasn't doing it. I mean, not ground float nair. A flow cancel fast flow nair. People saying I wasn't doing it fast enough, and yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh my god, damn. It came at me with pitchforks and told me, Jesus Christ. But yeah, any questions, concerns, whatever, let me know in the comment section below, or you can let me know on my social media. I have Twitter, I stream on Twitch, I have a Discord. All that is in the description below. So thank you for watching. Hope this video helped you out. Hope you guys learned something from this. Hope you step the game up. The next video I'm gonna make is how to effectively practice combos. Yes, I have a way where you guys can effectively practice combos, get consistent with them. I'm gonna show you a way to really step up your combo game. and I think you guys will enjoy this one. It's probably one of the most useful things for those that need to practice consistency in what they're doing. So, yep, that's it for the video. Thanks for all the new subscribers that I got through my recent video, as well as my veteran subscribers, always watching, all that. All you guys together are freaking savages, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace off.